streaming. Okay, I'm gonna go on ours. Welcome back to Take Her Mic Away, everybody. We missed you. It's been
season 2.
How long? It's been I don't even know how many weeks.
June, July.
How many weeks? How many
gosh,
months?
It's September.
I'm not doing the math.
It's been a minute.
But I'm your host, Janai, with my co-host, Macy. Oh, she's very hyper today, y'all.
The baddest, yes.
We are obviously in a new
little setup. We're testing things out.
Yeah, this is temporary. Small setback for a big comeback. We will be back in our regular schedule program next week, hopefully. But yeah.
But we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, definitely for sure. But for those listening and not watching, thank you for tuning in. You can find our video of this on YouTube. Take Her Mic Away. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Same account, same Take Her Mic Away, same ad. So today we have a lot to talk about. A lot. Yes. Because so much has happened since we last talked. We have a lot. Yes. But mainly, we're going to be talking USC football. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen from the title. Y'all, I'm going to try my best to, pivot and make it work. And we're going to talk Team USA basketball. And, dare I say, Georgia. Macy's favorite team.
You already know.
She should let go if they continue this streak of things that have been occurring. But let's get into USC football. Yes. This win, I'm not going to lie, I thought they were going to lose.
I thought they were going to lose.
I was like, well, we know it's LSU. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine.
Literally.
I'm going in thinking we're going to lose.
Literally, she sent me the depth chart. I said, okay. I don't know what's going on, but maybe I would have chose those people. Probably not. I was shocked. There was a few things I was like, I know we've got a lot of new guys. Like Caleb has left, Brendan has left.
A lot of guys from the portal,
especially on offense. But I was like,
I agree. I think I was very doubtful regarding our wide receivers.
For sure.
Even in my mind now, I don't feel like we have a wide receiver one.
I completely agree with that.
I like Zach Branch. Yes, he's fast. I don't know.
I don't even mean to be mean, but he's a little short for me.
He's small, and yes, he has speed. I'm not doubting his ability, but I don't feel like he's a wide receiver one.
I agree, and especially with us going to the Big Ten, I think we need to be looking.
We definitely need size.
Yeah,
sure. We have Jacoby Lane, and we have Kyron Deuce, but I just don't feel like they're wide receiver ones.
I think Kyron Deuce. I think they could
be wide receiver one.
Yeah, I think Deuce has a lot of potential. He's tall.
Okay.
I think he's just young.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Kyron, it's his. I don't know how many seasons. He better be wide receiver one.
I know he's
been here how long?
For real. I've been looking over him like, he's just
literally. Last year I was like, literally.
That's just what he's there for.
They just throw him in the block.
But this game,
because he's 6'2".
Literally, I said, but let me shut up.
No, he did. My bad, Kyron. My bad. He definitely proved me wrong.
He ate down.
I didn't doubt him. They didn't really use him last year.
Literally, I was like, I don't expect him to make those big plays.
Mike Jack.
Literally. Oh my God. Wait a minute. He's at Georgia now. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
I watched that game. I don't remember seeing him.
So maybe they haven't used him.
Yeah, I don't know what number he is though, but I didn't hear his name.
Dang.
That is something I'm gonna have to keep in mind because I completely forgot. But I did not hear his name at all during that game.
Yeah, who did we lose? We lost a lot. Brendan, Mike Jack.
All our running backs. They said
Tosh. Oh yeah.
Tosh.
Woody. Oh yeah. Okay, let's talk about who surprised us. Who were we disappointed by, and who were we looking forward to? Surprise. Obviously, you said Kyron.
Yeah, Kyron.
Woody surprised me. I was looking at our running backs. I said, "What?"
Yeah, I would say he didn't surprise me until maybe towards the end. He had more.
Okay, so you knew he was gonna be explosive.
Yeah, I was like, everybody's saying he's good. I'm like, he's got to get his moment. I'm sure. And I said the O-line. I think they were struggling just a little bit this game. Well, on the right side.
Emmanuel did so well though. He played well.
So well.
I
would say
proud.
The left side was fine. The right side struggled a little bit. I think there was a freshman or a redshirt freshman or something, and then there was Mason he's been injured, and you know,
In and out,
they've
in
been
and out.
struggling a little bit. But I think towards the end of the game, they definitely got it together and were able to allow.
But like your O line is so important. We've
No,
seen
for
it
sure,
last
and
season.
especially
Caleb had how many sacks because of the O
and that's the
line.
thing. Caleb is a very experienced quarterback, and now you have Miller, which
He
you
don't
know,
use his legs that
yeah.
much.
And no
So
hate
if
to
the
him,
O
but,
line
like,
don't get it together,
the O line has to get it together.
Miller's gonna get sacked. I mean, unless he starts
Immediately.
using his legs. He's young. I feel like he has the potential, but
I want to see him do that.
right? I feel like he can.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit
Maybe
nervous.
he's. I mean, he's shy. He's just starting out, so
Yeah,
give him
that's
some
fair.
grace.
But I think he played very well.
Miller surprised me.
I would say he was definitely. You could see how nervous they were at the beginning. But like there was like one drive in the second half that they scored in like 3 minutes, maybe even less than that, and I was like,
I was very shocked though. He was very calm under pressure. Like
sure,
I did not
yes.
see like nerves.
I
Like
agree. And
as far as like messing up, making
Yes.
silly mistakes.
and
Like I was
they
like,
had all that noise.
yes,
and
it was loud. It's your first big game against an SEC team.
And the one thing I like about him is I always had a problem with Caleb last year, like switching. I always had a problem with him switching the call, like switching the play too late.
Yeah, I always wonder, was that him or is that
Yeah,
Lincoln?
But now I didn't. Hopefully, I continue not to see that.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that as much. There was only one time where I was like, the play calling was off by Lincoln. I think he was. I don't know. It was like a combination of it being too loud, like the communication between him and Miller. It was just off, and you could tell because he was frustrated as well. And then he called a timeout. But I'm like, Lincoln, you might have a lot on your plate. Like
I'm happy though our defense, like there was a point towards the end I was like, we had a chance to score, we didn't. And then they got the ball back. I was like, bro, they're gonna score. Our defense stopped them.
I agree.
We got the ball back. I was so excited. I was like, this is exactly like this is what I've been wanting. Yeah. Just to have confidence in your defense, like, oh, I know they can stop them.
I was impressed.
Did I have confidence in our defense? No, I have some names I'm about to read out.
Please.
These are people that I'm not gonna say disappointed, but where were you?
I was disappointed.
Before I say this, though, I will say sometimes it's good to not have stars in the defense because I feel like they move coherently. Like if I don't say like, oh, he has such an amazing game, and y'all had such a bad game, then I feel like okay, that means your defense did well as a unit. But Jamil, Bear, Greedy.
No, Bear. Well, okay.
I need to see y'all. Also, if Mason and Eric are our inside linebackers, I need to see y'all better. How do I say leadership roles on the field? But Jamil, Bear, and Greedy, y'all. Greedy been hyped. The man hurt an ankle in the middle of the game. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he came back out. But I need to see. I really see. Jamil was explosive last year. I was very hyped for him. Bear obviously came in, took over. Did not see him this game. It's been game 1.
You said you didn't see him, but I saw Bear several times.
But like, was he Bear or was he this new?
I think he had a few good plays.
Was
where there
he
was
Cub?
Some... was he Cub? It was crazy. I think he had a few good plays, but definitely not like Bear last year. And what's crazy is the people you're calling out were not the people I was going to call out.
Okay.
I was going to call out our new recruit. Who is it? Transfer Akili.
Oh.
Achilles.
Who happened to be captain of this game?
Should
I say of this game?
Of this game, Achilles.
He did have one play where he made up for his like mistake, but
Achilles. I could only think about the touchdown that was scored on you because ooh, I said, oh no,
it's
baby.
giving me flashbacks to when Chris got subbed out for that one.
Oh no, you need to go sit down and rewatch that. Him and then Jalen Smith. Jalen, you got a new number, and I don't know who you are.
I was like, who is number 2?
I said,
all over the field. Also, they did change Jalen's position, but you had all summer.
That's what I'm saying.
I know it's your first game, so I'll give you some grace, Jalen. But
I'll give everybody some slack because like some of you have never played at USC before.
Now you know.
But I don't want to see this consistently
at all. Jalen was all over the place. He was making plays, then he wasn't. Then he was missing tackles.
And I kept saying, "Who is number 2?"
Like
I said, "No way."
Who did they give 2 to? Oh, who did they give 19?
I don't know.
They gave Jalen's number to somebody that just
why?
came. Yeah.
Who is it?
It's
because
somebody that's. Is it Easton?
Did Easton play? I didn't hear nothing about him either, and I thought was he a starter or no?
They gave it to John Humphrey,
who did not play or did not start.
John Humphrey played a little bit because I see 19 field, but I don't think he started.
Do anything?
Easton, I do not remember if he was a starter. I do have the depth chart. He was a starter.
Exactly.
So maybe he played. Number 4. Look. All I'm gonna say is I'll give my props. Kamari,
Kamari ate down. I know why they got you.
I was
Kamari ate
impressed.
down.
Impressed.
Same.
I said, "Oh, UCLA, please, we're going to the Big Ten."
Yeah.
Kamari, my fault. Proud,
Yeah.
happy.
Kamari ate.
That's all I have to say. You did well. Props. Kyron, Kamari, any other props? Miller.
Miller definitely deserved that. I think. Well, I think Zach did a good job at like turning the tide. Like
yeah.
when he had that return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he ate that
He
down.
also
I
had
think
a couple good runs.
Yeah.
Also Woody. I like how he's like he makes smart decisions.
I agree.
He can find holes. I'm not gonna compare him to Marshawn. That's not fair.
I
but I do. I like Woody. I like Woody. Quentin
else?
as a backup.
Oh yeah, Woody. Please.
We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
Maybe Quentin just.
We're figuring it out.
Get under his.
We're figuring
wing.
it out.
Get under Woody's wing. And
Lincoln, I heard the portal's open though.
No, and another thing, our kicker.
Where's Dennis? Where's Dennis?
Dennis is still here.
Dennis Lynch. I'm looking at the roster. He's on the roster.
So he beat out Dennis?
I'm so confused.
I said,
did we just get that man from the portal? I've never seen in my life.
Me neither. I said, okay, first game jitters. What? But
he's a senior. He's been here. What happened?
I don't.
Did Dennis come late to a practice? So they said like this is your punishment.
Did Dennis say I have a school assignment that day, like I can't make it?
I'm so confused.
I'm not.
I'm never one to hate, but actually I am.
I am. I'm serious. If he keeps kicking like that,
that's 3 points.
I'm gonna give him one more game.
That's it.
And then I'm calling Dennis myself.
That's it.
And I will bring Dennis on the field because there's no reason for that. When you have someone who was more consistent.
Like I think Dennis missed 2 big kicks like when we needed him, but like that was 2.
Literally.
The entire season.
And I don't think you understand, especially with the game against LSU and like nobody's really scoring, how much that messes up the momentum.
Literally. We would have been up by more. What if we didn't score that last drive?
Exactly. So I'm like, you just have to know like when you're needed, and you.
I don't know who decided, but stop. Let it go. Speaking of decisions, USC decided. I don't know whose call it was, but they have captains changing every week. So let me read to you the captains of this previous game. Jonah, who's O lineman, Miller, QB, Akili, the DB, Easton, and Kyron. This is what I would say. Does it make sense? Okay, like out of those 3 or those people that we just listed, Miller and Kyron obviously had great games, but that's not what a captain is for. Like are they leading as they're on the field? Why are we doing this?
Well, I like Jonah being that because I feel like you need someone on your O line. I feel like a D line captain as well, just someone who's.
That makes sense to get them together.
That's why I would have probably thought Jamil would have probably been the easy choice in my opinion. He's been there.
But they're changing him week to week.
Yeah, I don't like that. Personally.
I don't know if I've ever heard of this in anything.
And I don't know what kind of culture you're trying to build around that, but I don't understand it. Is it like you're gonna change it until you find something that works? Like, has there been nobody that stood out for you, or is it like, oh, we have a bunch of leaders? But I'm like, every team has a bunch of leaders. There's just some that lead better than others.
How many people is this? 1,
and
2,
I think
3,
that's
4,
also
5.
crazy because
5 captains.
Yeah, and my thing is, imagine your captain last year, and then he's like, oh, we're gonna come in and we're gonna change. I wonder how people how do you compete?
I don't remember all the captains, but Mason was one of them.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Like, oh, now he's stripped of that title.
Literally.
To try and earn it every week.
And then I'm like, how do you earn it? And you can't. Is like, are you allowing people to keep it, or is it like I'm picking someone different every week?
Literally, and I feel like captain is like from all levels, whether you're in middle school, high school. Captain is like either if you're voted for peers or by coaches, it's like an earned thing of respect. It's like you were chosen. Maybe you lead the team in drills. Maybe you lead by example, but it's like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
And changing that week by week. How is it worth anything? Their ego, their mindset.
How is that worth anything? Like, to me, that's like when you give like every little kid a participation trophy in like Little League. I don't understand sitting here and being like, oh, someone else, oh, someone else, oh, someone else. Why?
And if someone's chosen as captain like often week to week, but one person's not, that's also on that line or in that position group, is there going to be animosity? Like, I've been working harder than him, but I haven't been chosen as captain yet. I mean, I'm not saying they think like that, but
I don't
it's
get
weird.
It makes no sense to me. I wish I knew why and the thinking behind it, because to me, just hearing that, I'm like, oh, you're confused. You don't know who to pick. Like, and I feel like, especially going into the Big Ten, like you have to strengthen your team to the best of your ability. Like, it's your first year, so I'm like, not having that foundation of like who's captain, I feel like is gonna be a little bit detrimental, because especially when you have someone running the line and someone you're like, okay, he's captain, I need to listen to him.
Right.
But now it's like everybody's trying to do.
Everybody can be captain.
Oh, you were captain
freshman,
last week. Oh,
sophomore,
this.
junior.
Literally, and that's what I'm saying. Is it anybody who you feel like, oh, they
What's
led well?
the criteria? And I wonder, like, I agree with what you said. Like, what caused this? Like, was there just like a lack of ownership and responsibility in the summer that they said, like, look, we need to put this in place to make y'all work harder?
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this like a lesson to them? And I'm like,
where is this coming from?
Because we're not seeing like those people who were captain last year being captain. Like, I'm like, where's Jamil? Where's Mason?
Even the fact that Mason was new and came in was captain. Even though I had some disagreements with.
Yeah, and they just did that with Akili. I said,
just for this week. And how did he play?
Literally.
Just kidding. Captain doesn't always mean you play well.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe he was a good leader. I don't know. I'm not like
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but you know.
It is what it is.
Lincoln probably knows more than me. So
just a little bit. Not too much, Lincoln. Whatever. Do you have anything that you're looking forward to as the season progresses, or players that you're hoping to see shine, come through?
I'm always rooting for Deuce. I think that he can really get there. Last year, he's just dropping so many passes, and it was kind of like you could see how
can't guard Deuce, can't guard Jack. Both of them.
Yeah.
Can't catch Deuce.
I just think I want to see that level of maturity
for sure
from him. I really want to see Miller shine. I really do, because I think it's really so easy to count him out. Yeah. But I think he played so well. Yeah. And he's so like humble. And I really want to see him shine.
Yeah. I'm so happy we're using our tight ends also.
That part, like, bro, I've always been, because I love Brock Bowers, I've said, why doesn't Lincoln use his tight ends? Like, you have Lake McCree, huge.
We had Jude.
Literally. And now he used them a little bit more this game, which I was shocked about.
And he was getting yards.
Yeah.
About time.
I don't understand how you see that, and then you're like, okay, I mean, good job.
Jude could have been a tight end.
No,
maybe
for sure.
He needs a little bit
Kyle
more,
Ford, I will die on that
Why
hill.
is he not a tight end?
Why is he a wide receiver?
Maybe he doesn't have the criteria for tight end. Like, he has a body, and he has, like, maybe the strength, but...
What, he can't block?
I don't know. Maybe not? I don't know.
I don't think I've seen him block for real.
I don't think I've seen him really catch, except once.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that was shade. Why are you back? I'll stand on that. Unless you prove me wrong, unless you have not just one good game, a couple great games and a good consistent season, why come back when you haven't been good? Like, I don't care. I'll say this about any player on any team. I don't care if you're in middle school. Just kidding. I'm not that harsh.
Wow.
But you left. You were here. You did nothing. You left. Let me change so that before I get to you. Let's talk about people that have won. Kyron, or what's his name? Kyle. See, I can't remember your name. People that have won something. Team USA, who won gold. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. As they should.
At all, because they were fooling around.
As they should. I expected nothing but
fooling
gold.
Around.
They didn't even have good.
Literally.
I mean, not good. They didn't have stars.
Which is crazy. I think the U.S. does that though. Like, we underestimate everybody, and then we're like, oh, it's fine. Like, we can send whoever out there. We're the greatest in the world.
And I also think they want to chill. Like, these are the unks technically, and they were like, the young bucks got it. We're in our off season. We need to rest our muscles.
Then they said, oh, y'all don't got it at all.
Like, the fact that they were tweeting, okay, I'm in next Olympics, it's crazy.
I would have been sick.
Like, please.
I would have been sick.
Please,
No, like, for real. And my thing is, it was so good. I wish I could sit there and just relive it.
Yeah.
I wish I could have sold all my car, our apartment,
everything
to
just
go,
to watch.
because I'm like, we're not gonna see that again.
Ever.
But I'm like,
LeBron's gonna be like well past
literally
40.
They showed, I think they just showed that Steph Curry was 39, and I was sick. I was like, he doesn't even look 39.
In 4 years, him, LeBron, everybody that was on that team. I mean, besides like Jason and like the young players,
Literally.
Anthony.
Let me just tell you, the best meme to come out of that was Jason sitting on that bench. I'm sorry, I felt
They said,
I
when
didn't-
I send you this, that means
that is so funny to me. And I was like, I don't really think it's anything personal. Like they were trying to make it like, oh, he should be playing, but it was like you can see why he's not. Like you literally have the goats.
Sometimes you just need
you
a
have-
good backup.
Literally. I said everybody on that team was good and deserved to be there.
Every single person.
So I'm like, everyone is not gonna play.
Everyone had their role.
Literally.
Like,
so I don't get. I'm like, you should know, like.
And I'm sure Steve Kerr told them like, KD's out. He was out for what, a week or two.
Yeah.
When he comes back, he's gonna take his spot back.
Literally.
Like, you expect KD to be on the bench?
Literally, and I was like, Jason, text your mom because she over here like, no, he's not injured. He should be playing. I said, Mom.
But his response was very well to me.
Yeah.
He was like, I understand. Like, even Tyrese Halliburton, he made fun of it. He was like, when you win gold and did nothing in the group project.
Smiling, happy to be on the bench, happy to be a cheerleader, and I love that because it's like, hey, I know why I'm here. Like, I'm still part of the team. I'm still gonna get my medal. And
I can't lie. I feel like I would want to play just a little, just to feel like I earned it. Maybe coach put me in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But like, regardless, you have a gold medal.
And honestly, I would probably be crying over there begging like, please, can I play with LeBron?
Like, just dap him up.
Like,
let's get a flick.
Like, can I just alley-oop or something? Like, can I have the ball for 2 seconds?
It's just very nostalgic. Even though it just happened, I feel like this is like, because I was aware of like those old Olympic teams like with Kobe and all that, but I wasn't really into basketball as much. Like I probably glanced at the screen, but I was watching track, I was watching soccer.
No, for sure.
So now like to see this like the last of the greats.
It makes me sick.
The page is turning.
No, for sure. Like it makes me so sad, but I'm like, ugh. And it's like I'm like, I'm not even trying to be mean. There's never gonna be another LeBron. There's never gonna be another Curry. So it's like it's just.
I feel like people will come close, but like
they're always
fresh from high school.
For sure.
No one's doing that
and
anymore.
Bruh, the drive with these ones, like, look at this draft that we just had. There was no Steph Curry's, LeBron's coming out of that.
Like,
oh, sorry, sorry,
Bronny. I'm glad that we're not poor no more. But black boys, what are we doing? They don't have no drive. We already made it out. Yeah, we're middle class. We're good.
I said.
My mom already has a nice Subaru. Yeah, we live in a good ass 3-story house.
No, literally, I'm like, okay, maybe we need to go back to the trenches,
y'all. So, what drives you? Money?
Literally.
That's I don't know. They don't have it in them. I don't know what's missing.
I don't either, but no, that was just phenomenal to see. I'm so glad they were able to get everybody there.
What a blessing.
But I don't think it was that hard after they watched what happened. They're probably like, yeah, we got it.
We're not getting nothing less than gold.
Literally.
I would be so upset.
No, literally. I thought they were going to lose a few. I said, okay.
Can we pick up the pace?
Literally,
I'm like, it's the fourth quarter.
Literally, I said, y'all, you're
this can't be real.
No, for sure. No, it was a mess. And I also think the stuff surrounding it, where people get mad that players that play in the U.S. don't play for, like, their home team and stuff. Yeah. I was like...
Joel. Literally. He was like, did you say he's like, I may play for... Okay. All right.
I said...
He always says that. He's like, next Olympics, I might... Okay.
Literally, just hush. Just hush and just sit over there.
Okay.
I said...
Next.
It's going to be...
How old will you be anyways? Go ahead.
No, literally.
Bye.
I'm telling you right now, the day Steph Curry retires, I'm crying. Like, it's going to be the worst day of my life.
I might not shed a tear, but I'll post something.
You don't know. You don't get a post after you just said that. No, like, the day you posted, I'm literally clipping this and I'm gonna put it on my story.
I mean, I don't really have emotional attachment to Steph.
That's
so
fair.
I'll just be like, it was. I mean, I'm not even gonna post. I don't know that man. But let's. Oh, they really tried to sneak it in. Let's move forward. I really think we should discuss, and I'll let Macy take the reins here. Georgia. Yes, they win, but they also may have a problem.
No, a problem for sure. I think we all know that Georgia is kind of being defined by some DUIs, the off the field problems, DUIs, reckless driving, and it's like, you know what? With young athletes who you give a lot of money, you see this often, unfortunately, but it's just, especially at Georgia, too many instances. Like,
too many.
We had last year where during their celebration, or 2 years ago,
2 years ago,
during the celebration, one of the staff members was killed in a car accident and a player.
Literally.
And I remember, like, I didn't hear much about this, and I was saying, like, it seems like they're trying to cover it up. I'm not even trying to be mean, but I'm like, they hadn't, like, released until later that the girl driving was previously known to speed and that she did have, like, alcohol.
I didn't even know
And
she was driving. I
yeah,
thought
but
the dude was driving.
no, he was racing her. There was another Jalen Carter was racing
Oh
her.
yeah, Jalen. I
And then
remember.
that came out later, and I was like,
And then because
why?
he was in the draft.
Yes.
And they're like, will that affect? And
I
it
was like-
didn't affect nothing.
And that's also where you have to think, like, that is a program problem. Like, you're trying to save these athletes so bad, they're not even trying to save themselves.
Please say it again.
They
oh my goodness,
literally,
say
these
it
athletes
again.
are not trying to save themselves. It's
Say
all
it
the program.
again. You get a slap on the wrist. They see that they get a slap on the wrist, so they don't take it seriously.
Literally.
Because it's happened over and over again. Clearly, they don't care. And like, I hate to say it, but it's not just Georgia. Rashee Rice, even though he was in DUI, speeding, hit and run.
No, literally. And then it's like, now everyone's trying to be like, oh, this is a problem, and you can see, like, Kirby Smart is trying to, like, crack down on it. Like, they just had a transfer. His name is Trevor. I forget. I don't know how to say the last name, but he's a running back, and he couldn't even play in this first game because he was suspended,
bruh,
for a DUI. And
the article that Macy sent me, it was insane. Like, the way they were trying to cover this up. I think I took down like a specific like quote. Like, yeah, okay, well, I cannot find it, but it was so insane. Like, the way he was 19 when it happened, so he's underage drinking, mind you. Then, sorry, I could not hear myself speak. I didn't want to be too loud. He's underage drinking, and then they got him, like, I don't know who his lawyers or Georgia's lawyers, but because he pled guilty, he only got, like, fined reckless driving, and they waived the DUI charge. Then Georgia, I don't know if it was the head coach or who, but they're like, we're grateful that we got the DUI charge dropped. That's all you have to say?
Literally.
That's what we're focusing on?
I'm like, you guys
I'm sitting here reading this article like, this is insane.
Literally, I'm like, stop giving these athletes special treatment. Stop, because they get out in the real world and they don't know how to act. It's just a problem that continues. It's like, oh, it doesn't stop here in college. Then you get to the NFL and they don't know how to act again.
Jordan Addison.
Yes.
I don't remember. In August, he got a DUI, and now he has a hearing October 4th. In his response, he's like, I was just going through a lot, but I'm taking it day by day. I'm gonna learn.
I don't care
I'm
at
sorry.
all. That is not an excuse. My thing is, you could have killed someone, and
No,
then what?
Hold
Your
up.
career is over. I don't understand.
This is exactly what happened. Addison was charged with 2 misdemeanors: driving under the influence of alcohol, and then he had 0.08% blood alcohol content. But they found him asleep at the wheel of a white Rolls Royce, blocking a lane of I-105 in LA, near LA's airport. He was cited at 11:36 p.m. He was asleep at the wheel, blocking a lane of the highway. Asleep, drunk.
I don't understand. Like, I'm like, do you not think? I have never tried to get in a car after I've drank.
Ever.
Like, ever. Not once.
Ever.
Have I tried to get behind the wheel.
And I'm so quick to shame my friends. Like, there's some things that you're like, okay, you can be like lean towards, but I don't care. I'm like, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Don't do that. You need to be smarter.
Literally, you are not invincible. I promise you.
At all.
You are not. You could ruin your life and somebody else's. I don't understand.
In the blink of an eye.
To me, that's just so insensitive. And you're just like, you only care about yourself. That's so selfish.
Literally, like, have you ever driven sleepy? Like, once I was like, I'm a little tired, I can do it. I had to call my mom, turn on the AC, roll down the windows. I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
No, literally.
Never doing this
again. Scares you so bad. Because I'm like,
yes.
You don't know. You can't, it feels like you have no control. I'm like, why would you put yourself in that situation?
I can't imagine driving
drunk. What pisses me off is you have so much money. You can Uber home. You can Uber somewhere. And I'm like, most of these athletes are not, you're not going out alone. Nobody is like, hey, bro, don't drive. Literally. You have terrible people around you. I don't understand that. You're not a true friend if you don't tell your friend, hey, you're not driving. I don't care if everybody's like, oh, you're lame. You need to man up. You guys want to be men so bad. Be a real man. Why are you letting your friend drive drunk? Like,
I don't care if it's after championship game
I don't
win.
Care.
It doesn't matter what the situation is. Like, I don't understand. Especially after that happened where 2 people died.
Literally. And they're still having charges like this.
Like.
And at Georgia, like, they just said, we all know Stetson Bennett was missing a bunch of time.
Bro.
Like, everybody's like, what's going on? He's like, oh, personal problems. And then it comes out that allegedly he's in rehab.
Bro.
I said, what are you doing in Georgia?
Year.
What are you guys doing?
Like,
I said,
and I feel like Is it Georgia? Is it the culture of? Are they in Atlanta? I don't know what city
They're in Athens.
Okay, I don't know
it's
the culture
near
of the school.
it's near Atlanta, but it's not in Atlanta.
Like, I don't know. Maybe the football program needs to be more harsh with repercussions,
No,
or the
sure.
law, or they need to be like, we're not going to, hold your hand.
Literally, and that's the thing. Like, people get so just focused on winning and just like, oh, we need to win, oh, we need to win, and they won't let these athletes who are amazing, great athletes, but have some real problems. They just push those aside. They're like, hey, we need him to play. Hey, we need him to play.
Literally.
You need to focus on the person, separate from the athlete.
We need to go back to, like, what is it called? I don't know what the word is, like dropping players, but I think there's a word when you're like on the team. I don't know the word.
I forget.
Kicking players off the team. I don't know the, like, legally if you're allowed to. But we need to go back to doing that.
No,
you get a DUI, you're 19. I don't care if he I know he just transferred the situation like mine. You're off the team.
Literally.
We don't stand for that. This is not our program. This is not our culture.
Exactly. Immediately, because when you sit here and you're like, oh, like, you know what, we're just gonna let him go. He's gonna do it again, and someone else is like, oh, someone else let him do it
again. And the thing is, like, I hate that somebody has to be made an example, because people always be like, racism, this, that, and third. Somebody has to be made an example.
Literally.
You need to start, put your foot down now. I'm not saying Kirby's not handling it in house.
Yeah.
He might be telling him, like, look, but from outside the house, it doesn't look like you're handling it, sure. Kirby. I'm sorry.
I know there was only like one guy who I know he suspended from the program indefinitely, but that was for like violence charges. Jeez. It wasn't like DUI, it was violence, which I'm like,
that's the line that you
I
draw.
said, so
you're still
they have
putting
to get
people's
violent?
lives in danger.
Literally, I said, I just feel like as a community, we need to go back and go old school.
Kyrie Jackson literally just lost his life. Like the Vikings rookie, him and his friend, teammate, they just got killed by a drunk driver. Yeah. She was drunk. I forgot if they were on bikes or they were also driving, but they just died. Like, you don't see these instances in the media. You're like, damn, I need to wake up.
I don't get that. I'm like, I don't know if I'm just like wired differently, but I'm like, I see that stuff and I'm like, that could happen to me. Like, I can, that could really happen to me. And I'm like, the fact that they just think, oh, whatever, like, what? I'm like, that makes no sense. Like, me as a coach, you're drinking, you're driving, you're running.
Literally, when Rashi Rice, he was speeding, hit and run, I was so mad. Like, the fact that you speeding that fast and you fled the scene.
No, literally.
You injured 4 people. I forgot how many cars were involved in the crash, but you fled the scene.
Like, you're not even empathetic enough to be like, oh my gosh, did I hurt someone? You literally are just like, oh.
They couldn't find him for how many days?
And then he didn't even waited to turn himself. I said,
like, they were like, oh, we don't know if he was driving this. Obviously, they are speculating because they don't know.
And then they were so nice to him. They were like, oh, he's complying.
Bro.
What? I'm like, if that was a regular person, no.
They would have been at his door, at his mom's door, Granny's house, I'm like, trying to find this man.
It doesn't make any sense. I think coaches need to really take a step back, and I know they're like, oh, we want our guys to have fun.
I would cut Russian Rice.
Immediately.
Like, because I know he was a driver.
Yeah.
If he was like passenger, okay. But knowing he's the driver, speeding that much, hit and fled the scene, you're a great athlete. This is not what we stand for.
Immediately.
Start high at the NFL level. Then maybe it'll trickle down to college.
That's what I'm saying, because I'm like, if he continues to do this and he loses his life or he kills someone, you have the opportunity to stop it.
And with Ja, he already had a previously speeding thing. He was like, oh, my dog passed. I remember we talked about this on air.
Yes.
We were like, his PR team ate. Okay, maybe the first thing was your dog. But this is your second speeding and you were drunk at the wheel? Sleep?
I always say,
I would cut him. Actually, what did you cut, Jordan?
Yes.
Yeah, you were drunk, sleep. Like, there should be no excuse. Oh, you were picking up your mom, you're picking up your sick friend, whatever, send them an Uber. If you were somewhere drinking, send them Uber. Jordan, I know you have
some type of little thing immediately when you get to college or something, especially when you're getting all this money, that's like, this is what could happen. You know, the old drunk driving videos that they force you to watch.
But the thing is, I want to say it's common sense, but you shouldn't drink and drive. Like, dare I say it's common sense? There are some things that's like, oh, I should not be doing this.
No, for sure.
Like, I shouldn't hit somebody. I shouldn't punch someone. I shouldn't call someone bad names. You shouldn't drink and drive.
I don't understand it, and I don't think I will, because
grown-ups.
literally, I'm like, I just think I'm too mature to do that. Like, even if I had no money in my account, I would call like somebody and be like, I would find a bus route to get home. Like,
something.
there's no way I'm getting in a car.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand that.
It's exactly what you said. It's selfish.
It is. That got me so heated.
We should end on a positive
Kinda?
note. A positive note. I don't know.
Like what? Oh my gosh. That
They
there's a
need to
game
give
this
Rajon a
Saturday.
chance.
Oh my gosh. I feel bad because there was a bunch of guys who played really good in the bowl game, and now they've just been replaced and kind of just pushed to the back.
I'm saying Rajon and Shane, they
I will
people come
forever
in.
advocate for Shane. I feel so bad for him
Oh, yeah.
because I
but
think
he's in
US
Chargers now.
yeah, I still think USC did him so dirty.
But I'm glad he got a chance.
Yeah,
He's
for
getting
sure.
a chance. He's gonna keep getting a chance against beat that resistance.
No,
I
for
forgot
sure.
Austin. Is he still on the team?
I have no clue.
What's his last name?
Jones.
I was thinking of every single Brown, Jonathan, James.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
not right.
Oh, there's no updates. So hopefully he's still on the team. I don't know.
You know
I think
what
he did
disappointed
sign
me?
though.
Who was you remember Travis died?
Yes. Oh yeah, he's
How
not on
he
the team.
he literally like had a baby and just
He was amazing.
he was so good.
Like, to me, USC running back since I've been here, Travis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Austin. Marshawn.
Then I would put Austin.
Austin.
Yeah.
Top 3, no
For
dispute.
sure.
Travis should be on the team.
Yeah, Travis.
It's reminding me of Bryce Love without the injuries. No, exactly with the injuries.
Yeah.
Travis.
Sometimes it's not meant to be. I think he was ready to give up that dream before I was, but it's
Max.
okay. Oh, Max. His brother's gonna. Wait, did his brother play?
Marcellus? Oh,
He
he
doesn't
wasn't on the
play.
depth chart.
Oh,
Wait. Is he injured?
I don't know, but we were trying to end on a good note, and that probably wasn't the way to do it.
For sure not.
My bad.
I mean, to be fair, he's a freshman.
So that is fair, yeah. So he's probably not gonna play. It's fine.
Hopefully he doesn't have to redshirt, but I've not really heard anything about him. But we'll see next week.
On a good note, shout out to what is our strength and conditioning coach, B. Wiley.
Oh yeah.
You ate that up. You ate that up. That's the transformation. I said, I see the vision.
Give him a raise.
Now I'm gonna halt it for when I'm at this game on Saturday, and
Yeah.
they better be just as.
Who do we play?
Utah State.
I don't really know them.
I don't know anything
but
about
we
them.
should win. We beat LSU.
Yeah. I need us to win all the way up until Penn State, which is unfortunately on my birthday because I know we're gonna.
We need to win the entire season. Let's do predictions. I think we're gonna lose at least 3 games. At least 3.
And I think one of them is gonna be Penn State.
Do I want us to lose 3? No.
But I'm excited about the Penn State game because I think Penn State energy is
high.
Make that fun
for sure.
I don't know any other games I'm really excited about. Obviously, UCLA,
I'm excited for UMD.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I'm excited for UCLA, but it's at UCLA, so. But I think we're gonna win.
For sure. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Kamari more. I need to see Greedy. I'm excited to see our offense develop, and hopefully someone really stands out as wide receiver 1.
I agree.
I guess it's gonna be Kyron. I mean, he is a senior.
And it's kind of like the year of the underdogs.
Yeah, for sure.
But
that's why I feel like Mike Jackson stayed, but that's a story for another day. I agree.
He could have ate up, and especially our running backs should have stayed as well. But yeah, they could have ate down. But
it is what it is.
This is what was meant to be.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Yes, guys, we're so happy to be back.
And we will be in our regular studio.
Yes.
We will not be here. I'm already speaking to existence. Thank you for tuning in or watching. And yeah, don't mind me as I scoot to end the stream.
Look at that big head.